Wanted to make crunchy chickpeas, and I've bought them before in packets in supermarkets, and they're super oily and gross, and they're just stale and rancid, and it's super annoying. And so me and my friend Lusme were mucking around in the kitchen, and she came up with a recipe, and it's super cool, and it's roasted spiced chickpeas. I need a baking tray. I have no idea why I'm using round, I just am. And I need some baking paper. And you want to put your oven on to really high, actually, around about 200. What I'm trying to create here is some spice to actually stick on the chickpea, and you're going to need to have some oil to do that. I'm going to use olive oil. I also want some seeds in this mix as well. Now, I've got some coloured black and white sesame seeds, and I have just simply and deliciously some smoky paprika. You can totally add to this. You can add some cumin powder, some curry powder, whatever you desire. Would be super, super cool. I've just got salt and pepper and smoky paprika today, and the seeds. And I'm gonna need some oil so it's coating the actual chickpeas so it holds that amazing flavor. I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons of really good quality olive oil. Now, if you want to change up the fat, you go for it. I love the flavour of olive oil. Then I'm going to mix this together with my finger. I'm going to add the seeds in here, a couple of tablespoons. I just want to make sure all the oil is coating the chickpeas. And then mixing this all up, and make sure you're coating every single possible chickpea that we can. Okay. Now I want that. I don't want to lose that flavour. What I would do is I'm going to grab some of these and just make sure that it's coating some of those chickpeas. All right, just gonna evenly distribute them so they're not on top of each other. It's really important, yeah? This is how they get nice and dry. All right, straight into the oven. And what you're gonna do is every 30 minutes, you're gonna bring them back out and shake them and making sure they're just like, you know, doing their thing. Yum. This house is smelling amazing. This is a great bar snack too, by the way. It's not just something for kids or for a salad, which I'm going to use this for actually. And don't put them in your mouth when they come out of the oven because you'll burn yourself. But they shrink a little because all the moisture comes out of them. I can touch it because, you know, because I'm used to my hands are like asbestos hands. But I'm just going to let them cool completely. And then we're going to come back to it and have a crunch because I want to hear that crunch, you know, and I want to have that flavour. I made these the other day and I didn't have enough flavour, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I could do a curry one, you know, like a really, you know, beautiful curry flavour, and then I could do a real spicy, like, you know, super spicy, hot one. And then I was thinking I could mix the spice and the smoky paprika with some cumin and just play around with it. I could actually put other seeds in there, like sunflower seeds and pepitas and sesame seeds, to have like a little bit more structure in it instead of just the chickpea being the main thing. Then I could have like the sunflower seeds and the pepitas, you know, and just have something a little bit more of substance. So this is like the base recipe. It's up to you now to play with that. All right. One of the things I have noticed with this, cooling it down completely, Cynthia, is a must. I'm talking to myself here. Not putting a lid on a container when they're still hot, because I'll just collapse again and be all moist. When they're cooled down completely, they go into a container with a lid and in the fridge. Do not leave them on the shelf. The fridge keeps them nice and crisp in a really good airtight container. And the container I use is this one. And it's got one of those clip situations on there. So it's kind of my tip, my chickpea tip. These are cooled down completely. I know I want to hear that crunch. Make sure they're cooled down completely before they go in there. Get all those little... Okay, oh my God, so crunchy. Got the oven on, put your oven on around about 180 Celsius. Boom. I've got some non-bleach baking paper here, which is kind of cool. My girlfriend Meg got me onto this. Gonna rip some off. Just stick it in there. See how rough I am? Like a lot of chefs that are probably watching this are going, what? What? Look, I'll trim it off, all right, just to be proper. Home, right? Well, I am an everyday person. This is the thing. I might have a uniform on and work in an industry, but seriously, dude, I'm an everyday person, and this is exactly what I would do. Okay, so I've got a little knife here, which is kind of cool. I love these little knives. They make things so much easier. Now, I don't want big pieces, so I'm going to cut them into small pieces. Look at the size pieces, like really get into that. Like, they're not big chunks. I don't want them to be big chunks. I want them to be quite manageable and small. I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil on it, just a drizzle. A little bit of cumin, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm just going to mix that through on the board. These chopping boards are great. You can get them from any hardware store. That's what I do. Don't go to a kitchen store. They're too expensive. Okay, now I'm just going to place them, and I want the floury part of the cauliflower to be up as much as I can. Now see how tiny this tray is and see how much cauliflower? Yeah. One would think it would steam, but it doesn't, right? Okay, and then I'm just going to get a little bit more oil and just drizzle on there like that. 15 minutes, you're going to check them and you're going to see where they're at. So the first thing I'm going to notice here is like it's not cooking enough, right? And so I'm just going to get this little bit of paper and just make sure I can roll things around a bit. You've got to fall into a relationship with your oven. It's really important. You just want the colour. You're really after the colour, and to allow it to rest as well. So have a look at it. It's just delicious.
It's golden brown.
It is. That's what we want. Now it's hot, so be careful. I can manage heat, so it's kind of all right for me. So I'm just going to put this on a plate like this. And I've got friends coming over. It's hot, right? And I've just got a few little wild gooseberries or wild tomatoes, yeah, or something. Wild gooseberries? Is that what we call them?
Well, hummus or anything, right?
Oh, delicious. With a bit of crunch. Every time I make baby smashed potatoes with onion and rosemary, my friends always say, how do you get them to taste so yummy and crispy? Well, there's a trick to it. It doesn't matter what size your potatoes are. These are really little baby organic ones. They're just delicious. I mean, look at them. They're amazing. And all you're going to do is steam them so they're nice and soft. And soft, I mean, so I can just push them with my thumb. Some rosemary and some garlic and olive oil. The trick is to have your oven on quite high, around about 210 is what I've got it on. And all I'm going to do is get these potatoes, garlic and rosemary and oil, and I'm just going to combine everything together, but I'm going to smash them just on the chopping board like this.
Why do you smash them?
Because I want them to be crunchy and crispy. That's why I smash them. So those little edges and, you know, are all kind of like crispering up in the oil. Is that a word? Crispering up in the oil. Yeah. It's like yum. And they're all just different And then some garlic, and I'm gonna use probably 5 garlic cloves, and I'm just gonna go smash with my hand straight in there with the skins. And then from there, rosemary, pull the other way. Nice big sprig of rosemary. That's a really long sprig, so I'm gonna use half of that, which is about, how many inches would that be? 4? 4 or 5? Rosemary. Olive oil. Nice splash, yeah. Salt and pepper, super important. I mean, that's just a photo in itself. Look at that. Amazing. Just gonna toss this. Now, even though those garlic cloves are kind of still, some of them are in their skin, you can kind of see that, right? Just pull them apart. Does that, oh, the smell of that's amazing. Hot pan. Like I said, if you don't have one, don't panic. You want to get all that goodness out. Can you smell that, you guys?
Yeah.
So not overcrowding the pan, making sure there's a little space between each one. And then this goes straight into the oven. And cast iron pans can handle the heat, right? And it makes it extra crunchy. Doesn't it? Come on, who's down here? Yes, you. So, as I just nibble on these bits and pieces, I don't know how long this is going to take because all potatoes are different, right? And all ovens are different. I'm going to say 15 minutes to start with. 15. When 15 minutes is up, I'm going to pull them out and I'm just going to shovel them somehow and flip them over. And I can smell it already. It's just beautiful. So that's it. That's my trick. Give it a minute. Power of editing. I'm gonna have these for dinner for later. It smells amazing in here. It's like 15 minutes and I'm gonna check them. I'm just gonna shake the pan and I'll be able to tell if they're crunchy, but I want the bottom part to flip over and then the top part to crunchy up again. Like I want that chippy kind of texture. I reckon another 15 minutes, everybody. Let's do 10, because they are baby potatoes. Boom. Okay, let's see how perfect these are, my God. Oh, yum. You know what I love about this right now? Come on, before. And it smells great. Come on, can you smell it? The garlic is divine. Have a look at this. This is incredible. I mean, seriously, cooking it in a skillet or a cast iron pan is the way to go. This cost me 20 bucks, this pan, like years ago. I don't even remember where I got it actually, somewhere. But you can just see how crunchy and delicious they are. And you know how you're saying to me, why do I smash them? That's why. Nope, you can't. They're all for me. And I'm going to dip these in some veganese and we're all going to sit around and eat them as they cool down. They are delicious. Over and out. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, it's hot in here. Aircon on, oven on, doors open, everyone.